One. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back from Baghdad. Marhaba, Osama. Thank you so much for your hospitality to join us here in our meeting.
Thank you so much.
Tonight.
My honor. I appreciate it.
In our meeting of tonight, you are going to be the host, and I am going to be the guest. So
thank you.
My
pleasure.
So we're going online in 3, 2, 1. So this is just a test. If it fails to be broadcasted online for some technical and internet related problems,
of course,
we will have to post it later in post-production once the live broadcast is over. So in our meeting of tonight, we have one question and we will digress building on that question. Mr. Osama, would you please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you started giving online lessons to people on your page on Facebook?
First of all, I would like to thank you for having me here. It's a great pleasure and honor to talk to you and to the listeners. So my name is Osama, 20 years old. I graduated from College of Arts, Department of English. English has been and always will be a passion for me. And the reason that I wanted to do the online lessons for the followers, because I noticed during my college days that when I used to speak English with my colleagues all the time, they developed. So I said, I would like to transfer the same experience that I had with the others to other people. So that is the main reason. And of course, besides that, now English is a really important language. So when you want to get a job, you want to travel, English is the key to do that. So this is another factor that motivates me to keep going.
What's your inspiration in learning and teaching English to people that probably you don't know, since you started teaching and talking with your colleagues and friends on campus, but then the idea just developed and got a bigger size, and then it's now as a form of a page where you provide daily, if not bi-weekly videos of English. So what instigated you? What just made you inspire people and have them learn English?
Well, the main factor is that a lot of people think English is hard to learn. At the same time, a lot of people want to get better when it comes to the pronunciation. And I know kind of the secret, which is very easy, which is just speaking and listening. So this is the main factor that I always try to motivate others as well as myself to keep going, to do that.
Is it just motivation or trying to come up with specific, tangible and touchable plans where instead of saying, go listen to something, you tell them, well, you gotta listen to this song or that lyrics or to this movie or to this documentary? What's your approach of providing good utilizable materials to learners?
So there are many utilizers that we can use actually to transfer a good, let's say, concept and learning and teaching at the same time. So because now, especially these days, when you want to get a really good job, you have to get English. So a lot of people really want to get better at English. And this is what I try to make it more easy or easier for them, because I know, actually, to be specific, I was weak in English and I always wanted to learn. And then when I knew that it's easy, I said, oh, I want to make it easy to the others as well. So I always try to do my best with that. And I have a lot of plans when it comes to the online lessons and videos. I want to get better and make a better plan. And inshallah, I'm working on it.
What's your message to other teachers and English students and learners when it comes to having an idea in your mind and documenting and capturing that via video? Do you think it's challenging or it's easy and anybody can do it What's your advice to them?
Well, my advice, let's say to teachers first, is to make a good plan and to teach with love so that you
Hmm.
can actually give a good idea, because when we teach, we're going to reflect the language. I know we're not the language, but according to the students, we are going to reflect the language. So we have to be really easygoing with them and not making it sounds and seems complicated.
Hmm.
And to the students, my simple advice is just start, just go for it, just do it. Once you start listening and trying to speak,
Hmm.
everything will be smooth automatically and everything will be easier than everybody thinks.
Yeah, it's always hard in the beginning, or the perception
Of
of
course.
learning language is just hard for people to understand and to digest. And I think the
Exactly.
whole country is moving towards private sector by the end of this year and the coming of New Year.
Correct.
And I will definitely affirm that by saying when salary is gone, when salary disappears, language appears, or learning language appears.
That's a
You
very good
need
saying.
you
I need to
need to
quote it.
invest. You need to invest
Yes,
in learning languages because this is
correct.
something that is inescapable.
That's
By the
correct.
end of this year, moving to the new year, nobody is going to hire in your private sector. And if you are a government employee, you need to find an alternative, a side hustle, as we say in English, to learn that language and try to move forward with that. Now, the next important question that I have for you in my plate is very straightforward and simple. Like, what what is the added value of studying in university when it comes to learning language? And can you do that without going to university?
This is a very good question, actually. And of course, anyone can learn without going to the university or the major field of English. But for me, the university was very helpful.
Mhm.
And I know that, and of course, a lot of people talk negatively about governmental institutions and how it's bad. But I believe that we can actually turn everything to our best. So what I did was using the materials back at college, like I said, College of Arts, and I used these materials to develop my English, and I use it for my good. And of
Mhm.
course, so no matter where you study, if you know how to study and how to use what's in your hands, you can actually turn it into your benefit.
Mhm. Well,
Yeah,
I always looked at university as a gold mine, where
very good.
you are a worker and you're brought to this gold mine. You have no idea where the gold trail is, but you have to dig deep. You have to always invest in some good time and good planning and good synthesis of the material. So when you go to university, they have pile and stack of materials where you can pick and choose out of, but there is no certain obligation where you can and have to learn it their own way. Everyone has his own DNA, just like a fingerprint. And your
Correct.
way of approaching language is so distinctive to each one of us, like the distinctiveness of our irises. And you
Hmm.
just need to crystallize it in your own way, reshape it in your own way, where you can
Hmm.
learn based on your own necessities, excuse me, and on your own
It's all
need.
right.
So it's like a gold mine. But lots of people say, well, I'm in this gold mine, but I don't know where to find gold. I was told that this is gold and it's
Yeah,
everywhere. It's not actually everywhere. You
yeah,
have
like I'm
you
lost.
have to sweat a lot. You have
Yeah.
to persevere in order to find the ins and outs, the trails of gold that will lead you to where the major block of gold is. And this is pretty much
Hmm.
where language is. You cannot find the optimal source without intensive and extensive research here. Now,
Correct.
now this year, tell me a little bit about what, because you mentioned that you've been working and contemplating about creating more video content of English. What kind of video content
Hmm.
are you planning to do?
I'm planning on making series. And so this year is going to be like learning from, let's say, series or learning from video games. I know it's English, but I believe it's going to bring more pleasure to the hearers and those who watch the videos. So like basically I'm trying to make a proper plan so that it's going to be easier for those who want to look for a certain video or content. Yeah.
Well, that probably serves the need of some PUBG generation kids out there, and I think this is
Yes.
really good plan. And language teaching is always a trial and error. So sometimes you try something and you think, well, this is just kicking off. It's just working, and something does not click in some other aspects. There's this kind of like, the more effort you put in the video, especially when it comes to editing, people have no idea how tiresome it is to edit 1 minute of video. You understand how difficult it is.
Just don't remind me of it.
Yesterday, I was up until like 3 a.m. trying to upload a video. And it came to no avail just because the internet's connectivity. But the idea is that there's lots of ideas out there where you can deliver language to customers and clients and agents, but it's really hard to satisfy everyone. Have you satisfied every learner on your page?
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Do you have some haters out there?
Well, not really.
That's good.
I used to have before, and I think you remember when I first started making videos, I texted you once, like I think 3 years ago, and I told you like somebody who talked badly about me, and then you said, "Don't worry about it." And alhamdulillah, I kept like moving. I kept making videos. I know that I stumbled some point in my life, but inshallah, I'm trying to get more straight and
we have
just make a plan, a better plan.
Well, we always say in Iraqi proverb that the caravan goes and the dogs bark. So keep rumbling and keep making videos.
Yes.
This is an awesome approach, and I really think that you're off to a good ground. I think the only thing that will take and transform you is trying to obtain your MA as soon as possible. And I'm always there for you, backing you and giving you feedback whenever you have time.
Correct.
Do not forget about your friends who can give you consultation and feedback regarding your MA, and inshallah,
of course. And
after that PhD, because this is going to give you a better impetus to move and take you from where you are to where you want to be, and it's an absolute must to get to fathom the depth of linguistics and how it can be utilizable to deliver good materials.
Yeah, speaking of which, since you brought it up, talking about the master and I mean all the studies, I would like to thank you because you've been a great supporter, and thank you so much.
We are working in the background, so probably people don't know that.
That's
but
correct.
At least like you're sleeping and somebody's watching your videos, and that the next day they thank you for the kind of videos that you're providing. This is just good inspiration for us to move on, to give us the fuel.
To be honest, people who don't make videos and sometimes they talk like negatively about a video, they don't feel the feelings that we as content makers, when you make a video, you can't wait to post it. And you feel like, oh, I made a video. Like it's so important. So last night I recorded a video and I was supposed to post it yesterday at the same day. But it took some time and I finished at around 2. I said, oh, it's late, it's not gonna work. So I was waiting impatiently to wake up to post the video.
Well, I usually keep my camera and my laptop close to me, and I keep watching the cursor moving up in terms of percentage. So sometimes I wake up at 4 a.m. and I look at it and it says 50%. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to, I can, because I have enough motivation and excitement to push that video on Facebook that I can stay awake looking at that cursor, moving the bar from 0 to 100. And probably just took us a little bit of time to understand that you can upload in different resolutions, but Facebook
Correct.
always tricks us to upload in smaller size, but that's on the expense of good quality of
That's
viewing.
correct. That's
But
correct.
the idea is that yesterday I posted a video because I was super excited actually to post it, and it was half cooked. It was not done yet, so I had to delete it again, and then repost it after I made some rendering and some editing to it. Just because I like when you shoot the video, this is the big hassle, but when it comes to editing, I just need to export it to upload it to Facebook, and it's all there for people to
exactly.
Definitely.
So this is what I meant when some people will not really feel what we're talking about, only those who make videos, because it has some special taste actually.
I think this is something that people should cherish a bit more, because people see the product on Facebook, but they don't know the process to get to that product.
That's correct.
Very difficult pathway that you take. Sometimes you work on 3 or 4 software editing tools to get it to the final touches. But that takes a lot of effort, lots of time, and it's not payable. Like, you just work by yourself, and the only thing that motivates you is your energy and your inspiration. So
that's right.
That's correct. This meeting is to credit you, to thank you for your effort that you're presenting, and you're giving. So you're always giving, and once you're giving, people start to pray for you. People start to thank for you. You're gonna get better luck, inshallah, and your MA and PhD. Thank you so much. Just very close, one step ahead. Thank you so much. I'll tag your page. شباب لا تنسون، راح اخلي رابط استاذ اسامه في البوست. اذا تقدرون يعني دعم له، مشاركه الصفحه مالته، اعطوه يعني يا ريت لايك للبيج مالته حتى تصعد عدد المتابعين، لان احنا حقيقه بضروره ماسه وبحاجه ماسه لزياده امكانيتنا باللغه الانجليزيه، خاصه على مستوى المجتمع العراقي. نحتاجها حتى نفهم آلية الثقافات الاخرى، طريقه تفكير الناس، راح نعطيك امكانيه اعلى في الحصول على وظائف. اسامه ما تقصر، بارك الله بيك. هذا يعني شيء قليل انه احنا نقدمه لك، بس حقيقه انت انسان مبدع، ربي يحفظك، وان شاء الله من نجاح الى نجاح اخر.
الله يسلمك ويبارك فيك
حبيبي انا اشكرك جدا على هذه المقابله. ان شاء الله كان الصوت جيد.
الله يسلمك.
فأنا مضطر أروح لأنه عندك التزامات، بس إن شاء الله بحلقات أخرى انطينا أي أفكار جديدة، ممكن نسوي لقاءات مستديمة sustainable meetings. وكل التوفيق لك يا رب.
الله يسلمك، تحياتي لك ولكل المتابعين.
مع السلامة.
مع السلامة حبيبي.